Hey Swim Squad, welcome back to Swimming on 216. Yes, we are finally back and it feels so good to say that. I'm your host Emma Prinsloo and I seriously missed all of you during the break, but trust me, Season 3 is so worth the wait. We are catching up with so many amazing swimmers and we've got even more stories that make South African swimming so special. Over the next few weeks, we are going to be catching up with the country's top young swimmers, hearing what it takes to compete on the national and international stage, and going behind the scenes at the hottest school galas on the calendar. You can expect exclusive interviews, honest conversations, big wins, tough losses, and so much motivation as we unpack last year's Junior World Championships, African competitions, school rivalries, and everything that's happening in youth swimming right now. So if you love racing, training, team spirit, and the grind that comes with the sport, you're in the right place. In today's episode, we are diving into one of the most exciting school galas on the calendar, the All-Girls National Aquatics Festival. Now, this is a competition that I loved racing in when I was at school. A whirlwind weekend of water polo, swimming, and diving action. And this year's edition delivered on every level. We also got to sit down with one of the standout swimming stars from that competition. So stay tuned for the inside scoop. But before we reveal today's guest, let's take a look at all the speedy swims that went down at the All-Girls National Aquatics Festival. The 2026 National Aquatics Festival delivered exactly what you want from school swimming. Fast racing, big team energy, and a points table that kept everyone guessing until the very end. The stage was set at St. Stithian's 50-meter pool, and this year's festival wasn't about one school dominating from start to finish. With an exciting mix of individual events and relay action, different teams owned different moments. And that's what made it one to watch. When the final standings were confirmed after 28 events, it was Clarendon High School for Girls who claimed the overall title with 385 points. But it wasn't a comfortable victory. Rhenish Girls High School were right there on 361 points, and Our Lady of Fatima followed closely on 349. With just 36 points separating the top three, it was a fight until the very last race. Clarendon were incredibly consistent across the board. Strong 15 and under relays, steady senior scoring, and always in the mix. Team captain Kayla Goos spoke about what it meant to travel this year after hosting the championship last season, and shared her standout race from the day. And you guys actually took home the trophy for National Aquatics Festival this year. Congratulations. How have you found this event so far?
It's been really fun. I mean, we worked really hard to get here. Last year we came third. This year we came first, of course. But I mean, all glory to God, because if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be here. And yeah, it was just really fun.
How has it been traveling this year versus hosting last year? Because we saw you unveiling your amazing Joan Harrison Aquatics Centre last year, which was such a beautiful facility. So what has it been like in contrast to now travel and actually come together as a team?
It's so much more like together, because last year obviously we're sleeping in our own homes, so now we're sleeping all together in a hotel. And even last year was a 25-meter pool, now it's a 50-meter pool, so it's a lot different, a lot more work to be put into. But yeah, it was more fun than last year because we're all together and stuff.
Traveling always makes it a super special experience and you get those memories for life. Speaking of memories, if you had to look back on today's races, what would you say was a standout race for you that you think, okay, that was definitely my favorite race of the day?
That must be probably our 4x50 breaststroke relay. Okay. We came first in that one, our age group under 17. And I was not expecting that because most of the people in that relay were not breaststrokers. So yeah, that was quite fun and really surprising.
Well, you pulled something special, a rabbit out of the hat. Congratulations and well done to your amazing team for winning this year's National Aquatics Festival. We hope that you enjoy the rest of it. Good luck to your polo girls as well.
Thank you so much.
Now, if Clarendon were consistent, Rhenish were powerful.
From 6th place last year to 2nd this year, their growth was noticeable. Their senior squad in particular came in ready for action. They dominated the 6x50 freestyle and butterfly relays, and while the swimming was impressive, Vice Captain Dani Cronier shared that her favorite moments weren't just in the water. They were in the team huddles, the cheering, and the way the squad pulled together. When it came to the individual events, team captain and junior world swimmer Grace Morris walked away victorious in the senior Dash for Cash for the 2nd year in a row. We also caught up with Grace, who reflected on her final National Aquatics Festival with Rhenish and her goals for the season ahead. Because for swimmers at her level, National Aquatics Festival is just the starting line.
How have you found your National Aquatics Festival so far?
I think it's been really amazing. I'm super proud of our girls. The last year when we did this, we came 6th, and today we came 2nd. So they totally blew us away. But yeah, we're really proud of them. So
yeah, I'm really proud of the progress the team's made, and especially coming together as a team and just racing for each other, being there for each other, cheering. It's been lots of fun, yeah.
Teamwork makes the dream work, and honestly, it's so special to see these girls working together so well. Gracie, also congrats on that Dash for Cash. How did that race go?
I was so tired by the end of the gala because we'd done 6 races already, but it was such an amazing way to end off the gala. I got a little bit sad because it's the last one. But yeah, it was really, really fun, so I enjoyed it. Yeah.
Glad you got to take home a little bit of moolah. That's very exciting. And now we are turning our attention to the water polo. Do you guys have anything that you'd love to say to your team to wish them all the best for? Dani, do you have anything that you'd like to shout out for our water polo team?
The goalies might keep the goals out of sight.
Incredible. Well done, girls. It's been amazing to have you here up in Joburg. I know Abby was mentioning the altitude was quite something. So congratulations for all your races. Grace, what have you got lined up for the rest of the season? How's your training going, and what are you looking forward to?
Yeah, so this year is quite a big year. There's Commonwealth coming up. So obviously many of us are pushing for that. But yeah, just training hard, seeing what we can do, seeing what's possible, but yeah, it's going to be exciting. So
incredible. And Dani, last question. If there was one thing that you could say was your favorite about National Aquatics besides the swimming, what would you say?
Oh gosh, just how everyone comes together as a team, and we had so much fun yesterday, just traveling and laughing at each other's jokes, being in each other's hotel rooms, just really bonding as a team, and just having girly fun is really a highlight, yeah.
So special. Well, congratulations, guys. You guys have made such amazing progress from last year to this year. We hope it continues for Rhenish, and travel safely back to Cape Town.
Thank you.
And a newcomer to the Rhenish program, swimming star and Team SA rep Abby Kotza was also in action, taking the win in the Senior 200 IM in her very first National Aquatics Festival. Adjusting to travel and altitude, Abby shared how she dealt with the racing conditions and what her sights are set on in the upcoming season.
Abby, how have you found National Aquatics Festival so far?
Oh, I've been loving it. Since moving to Rhenish, it's my first big gala with them. First all-girls experience, so I'm really, really enjoying it. It's such a vibe here.
How was the travel? Because I know you guys came up from Cape Town, you flew up, it's obviously taking you out of your normal environment. How did everything go?
Yeah, so the travel was actually okay. We flew early yesterday morning, so we had a nice rest between traveling and swimming. But yeah, no, we always thought they were joking when they were talking about altitude. Altitude's no joke. So, yeah, Stellenbosch is very much below the sea level is yeah.
So speaking of altitude, because I know it is a killer, how did your races go?
Look, I think we did really well considering, but yeah, we would have liked to go a bit faster. I think some of us who train together, we would have liked to go a bit faster. But yeah, we're actually, considering the altitude, we're quite happy with what we've accomplished and achieved today. Yeah.
That's great to hear. Do you have any favorite races that you can highlight?
So, yeah, I think one of the most exciting to swim was the 200 IM at the beginning, because I had Layla Jasbeck with me. She caught me on that breaststroke, and that was on the freestyle neck and neck. But that one hurt a lot, so I would say my favorite was probably the 4x50 freestyle relay at the end. That was a lot of fun.
Well, us sprinters, we always have fun with the 50 freestyles. And Abby, how is your training going? We've just gotten into 2026. What are you looking forward to on the calendar for, coming up in your training and in racing?
Yeah, no, it's still so weird to say 2026. So we've been training very hard lately. Coach Karen and Coach Keith have been drilling us a lot. But no, it's actually been going really well. I think most of us have been so happy with how the training's been going, where we are in the season so far. It's been going really well. So we're just pushing on towards, I think my main comp coming up next is seniors. So we're just pushing on hard now until that. But we've got Marty's Gala, not next weekend, the week after, where we'll be racing with some international swimmers that have come down to swim at Marty. So I'm excited for that, yeah.
Sounds very exciting. We are so looking forward to what you produce this season, and congratulations. I hope you've had a super fun time at National Aquatics Festival.
Thank you so much. Thanks.
On the juniors side, the swims were speedy and the enthusiasm was contagious, with a new group of under 14s also competing in this exciting festival for the very first time. Junior swimmers Scarlett and Zibu from St Mary's DSG made the long bus trip up from Durban and spoke about the journey, the team vibe, and how they've been soaking up their experience.
Well, it's great to be here with St Mary's Scarlett and Zibu. Girls, how has your National Aquatics Festival been so far?
It's been incredible. I've had such opportunities in the pool. I've had great time with my friends. It's been incredible to just be with the team and make so many memorable memories.
It's been fun because it's my first year here, and to actually see what it's like is so nice because so many people have been talking about it.
It's definitely a talking point on the calendar. Such an incredible experience for all of the girls involved. You travelled up from Durban. How was the trip up?
It was quite long. It was 8 hours, and it was pretty long, but other than that it actually didn't feel long because there was so much talking and singing and having so much fun on the bus. So
I really enjoyed it. We were talking, we were playing games. I loved it. I felt like we were a family, we were all together.
That's incredible to hear, guys. I'm so glad that the trip up here was filled with so many memories. Now, I believe that you've got some water polo action that you're going to be looking out for. How do you think St Mary's is going to do?
I'm sure they'll do their best. That's all they can do. So we're not expecting anything from them, just to go have fun and do their best. And I think that's what the coaches are also asking for.
I think they should just try hard. Whatever happens, happens. We can't change it.
And in terms of your guys' races in the pool, do you have any favorite races that you really enjoyed competing in?
So here I did the 200 free. It was good, but I'm not used to the altitude because obviously we're from Durban. But other than that, it was really, really fun.
I also did the 200 free, but I think I really enjoyed the 200, the IM relay. Yeah, when I swam butterfly, that was fun.
Relays are always such a vibe. Thank you so much, girls, and enjoy the rest of your Aquatics Festival.
Thank you.
In the junior dash for cash, it was Saskia Kismasami, who's been repping both Our Lady of Fatima and Team South Africa, who claimed the title. This capped off a strong day of racing for the under 15 Fatima team, who won the freestyle, butterfly, and backstroke relays. Durban Girls College also made quite a statement in the under 14 age group. The DGC team finished 5th overall with 313 points, but their 14 and under girls were outstanding, winning the medley, breaststroke, and freestyle relays. Jade Goosen, coach of DGC and former National Aquatics Festival competitor, shared insight into the strategic nature of the event and how excited Durban Girls College is to be hosting this amazing competition in 2027.
So special to be back with someone that I raced National Aquatics Festival with all those years ago. JD, how has your National Aquatics Festival gone so far in terms of your swimmers?
We started off pretty, the thing about National Aquatics is it's not a very different gala in the sense of events. So we started off in a space that we were a bit, not concerned, but it was just, deciding, getting warmed up. And then we came back very strong. So we were very happy. We ended up 5th place, but obviously we're striving back to get top 3, which we're very excited about. Yeah, and we'll get there.
Congratulations on that 5th place finish. That's absolutely phenomenal, especially after traveling and all of the logistics that go into coming up from Durban. We believe that next year's National Aquatics is being hosted down at Durban Girls College. How are you feeling about that event for next year?
I'm very excited. It's always also such a special time because it's over mid-Mar weekend. We always try and make sure it's in that weekend, and yeah, it's nice to see the different provinces. Like I was in East London last year, and just to have the different girls' schools experience different schools. So it's wonderful. We'll be back in 25 meters, so it's not going to be the same as 50 if Kings Park is not running. Well, we hope, but yeah, very excited.
I really hope that Kings Park is back because the atmosphere there is just on another level. In terms of the strategy that goes into coming up with who swims what and the points, how do you really maximize your team, especially with the juniors coming through? Are you excited about that young talent, grades 8, grade 9s coming through in Durban Girls College?
Yeah, very excited. We actually, I think they won 5 races out of the 6 that I think that they swam. It's also interesting with National Aquatics, each child swimmer, can only swim 6 races. Okay. So you have to be very strategic in especially your top swimmers, where to place them.
They can't just swim everything.
They can't. And that is where, you bring the youngsters through to also create the depth. So normally you would have like a 35 girl team. Now you have to maybe have 40 because that just helps the strategy per race and all that. So yeah, it's very...
That is a big team and a lot of girls to manage, but you guys have done a great job. Congratulations, and we are so excited to be heading to Durban Girls College for next year's National Aquatics Festival.
Thank you, Emma. Thank you.
This year's National Aquatics Festival showed us that the gap at the top is small, the juniors are fearless, and the rivalries are only getting stronger. And if this year's performances are anything to go by, the 2027 edition is going to be one for the books. What a blast! And congrats to the Clarendon Girls High swimming team for taking home that 2026 swimming title. After this short break, we're going to be sitting down with a standout performer, not only from National Aquatics Festival, but also for Team South Africa. We'll be right back, so don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Swimming on 216. We have got an absolute star on the show today, Saskia Kisnasamy from Our Lady of Fatima in Durban. Saskia lit up the pool at the National Aquatics Festival, winning the Junior Dash for Cash. But if you think that is impressive, just wait until you hear about her medal-winning performances at the Zone 4 Championships and at the African Youth Games. And all of this at just 14 years old. Next level impressive. Saskia chats to us about her journey, her mindset, and about how working with both her coaches at Ashton Swimming Academy and her mental performance coach, Tracy Hemphill, help her stay sharp under pressure. Without wasting another moment, let's dive into our conversation with the one and only Saskia Kisnasamy. Well, Saskia Kisnasamy, it's amazing to have you here with us. Welcome to Swimming on 216.
Thank you for having me.
A swimmer, we speak the same language. It's so great to catch up with you, especially after such an amazing 2025. But let's take it all the way back to the beginning. How old were you when you really started getting into swimming?
Well, I've always loved the water and the feeling of it, and I started when I was 6 months old.
Wow.
But that was just like swimming and just like playing. But I started like competitive and club swimming when I was like 9 years old.
Amazing. And now you are 14.
Yeah, almost 15.
Turning 15
Yes.
soon. And you're talented in all of the strokes, but I must say your freestyle and your breaststroke definitely stand out. If you had to choose one of your favorite strokes and events, what would you say?
It's really a tough one. I really love freestyle, I think, more,
Okay.
especially the 50-meter freestyle.
Yes.
I love the like sprinting of it and like the fast pace.
Okay, well, a sprinter, you know I'm a sprinter,
Yes.
so we can relate to that for sure. That's amazing. And you swim for Ashton Swimming Academy. Under coaches, you have 3 coaches, Luke Verwey, Mel Lawrence, and Charles Kraus, who I know quite well. So how would you explain your weekly training routine?
Well, I swim like 5 to 6 days a week.
Okay.
From Monday to Saturday, and then Monday to Friday is from 4 to 5:30, and Saturday is from 7 to 9.
Wow.
We mainly focus on like sprinting and like underwaters, but also like the different pacings of like the distances.
Okay, so you're working on speed and
Yes.
timing as well as technical things.
Yes.
What's one thing that you would say specifically you've really been working on in training recently?
I think definitely my underwaters.
Okay.
Yeah.
For the breaststroke or the freestyle?
Both.
Okay, both. They make such a huge difference, especially in those sprints.
Yes.
And would you say you prefer training or racing?
Definitely racing. I think I just love like the fast pace and like seeing everybody, like your friends and all of that. And yeah.
Yeah, well, it's definitely been paying off.
Thank you.
And you represented Team South Africa at the Zone 4 Aquatic Championships, as well as the Youth African Games last year, which was absolutely incredible to watch. What was your favorite part about wearing the green and gold and representing Team South Africa?
I think just like going to like each country and seeing like the different cultures and like seeing how different it is to South Africa, and also meeting and making new friends along the way.
Definitely. The friendship part is so important,
Yes.
and those are going to be friends that you're probably going to see as you go through the senior championships, so that's really, really exciting. Well, at the Zone 4 Aquatic Championships, you won 5 individual medals, and you clinched gold in that amazing 100-meter breaststroke race. Congratulations.
Thank you.
After an amazing race like that, where you're on the top step of the podium, who's the first person that you want to message?
Well, my parents and my sister are usually there at every gala. So I would like, after my race, I would go and tell them how it was and how I'm feeling. And I would look at them first, like after I touched the wall. But if they're not there, my mum is usually the first one I would message.
That's so sweet, and I'm sure she's your biggest fan. Really great to have your family support.
Yes.
And at that championships, you actually swam up an age group at the Youth African Games, and you still made several finals, which is amazing, and I'm sure still so much more to come. Now, when you are in that competitive environment and you're swimming with older swimmers, what do you think is the biggest thing that you've learned from racing some of the older international swimmers?
I think just like doing your best and just being happy with the results, and also just like having fun.
Definitely to have fun. I think that's so important with swimming,
Yes.
because we train so many hours, right? And then we want to have fun when it comes down to the competition.
Yes.
Definitely. So at that Youth African Games in Angola, can you share one really strong memory that stands out for you when you think back on it? Maybe something that makes you smile, or something with a teammate. What is something that stands out for you?
I think the 4x100 freestyle relay.
Okay.
Well, I was the youngest swimming there, and I had 3 teammates swimming. I was really like nervous to not like let the team down.
Yes.
But like with the support of my 3 teammates, it just made me feel much better, and that just we had fun. And after the race, it was just like amazing time.
Definitely. Well, you've probably learned so much from being with all of these older swimmers, so it's really going to be exciting to see what you do next. And you don't only represent Team South Africa, you also represent your school, Our Lady of Fatima. I'm sure that they are so proud of you. And you recently competed at the National Aquatics Festival up in St. Stithians. What was your favorite part about that competition?
I think just like spending time with the team and just like telling them how you're feeling and like talking with the coaches, because you just have that strong bond with everybody, and like also seeing my old friends from Team South Africa. And
Yeah, it's so great that all of the top strongest swimmers are
Yes.
there representing their schools. And speaking of, you won the Junior Dash for cash. I hope you took home some cash money from that event. Well done.
Thank you.
And what were you thinking about before that race? Do you have any pre-race rituals or routines or anything that gets you pumped up?
Well, so that day my sister was going for surgery, so I was like, my mind was like really like scared, but like I told myself just do your best and do it for her. So like I just did my best and I was really happy with the results, and with like the support of my teammates and my coaches just made everything feeling better.
That's great. I'm sorry that you had that weighing on you during your racing, but you absolutely dominated it. Well done. You turned that pressure into an amazing performance. And I hope that your sister is okay.
Yes.
Okay, good. Well, next up on the calendar, you have the Durban and District Gala, which is coming up. And that's something that I competed in back in the day when I was at St. Mary's. I know we were big rivals.
Yes.
So that is always such an exciting event. And the spirit is always really amazing. How are you feeling for the upcoming D&D?
Well, as my complete athlete coach would say, Tracy Hempel, she would say just turn the nervousness into excitement. So I'm feeling really excited to race and have fun and just like support each other while we're racing. And
Is there one particular race that you're really looking forward to?
I think the 5x50 ladder relay, because that was like the decider for the D&D last year.
Yeah, it really came down to the wire, and it was so close last year. The ladder is always so much fun with all the different age groups, and the team spirit is always something else, especially at the girls D&D.
Yes.
Is there anything that you want to say to your teammates ahead of the Durban and Districts?
I think to my Fatima teammates, just have fun, do your best, work hard, and just love what you're doing, and we're there to support you.
Amazing, that's beautiful. And now for yourself individually, personally, what are some of the goals that you're working towards for the 2026 season coming up?
I think just like be happy with like how my results are, appreciate the small wins, and just work hard and dream big, and just have fun.
Have fun, that's the biggest thing. Which would you say is the event that you're really focusing on this season?
I think the 50 free and 100 free, but also the breaststroke, but mainly 50 free.
And 100 free. Well, we're going to be looking out for you. Good luck. We're wishing you all the best. And thank you so much for spending time with us on Swimming on 216.
Thank you for having me.
Remember the name because something tells me there are big things in store for Saskia Kisnasamy. How amazing to hear from one of our upcoming superstars. And even more amazing that we're going to be seeing her in action again next week at the Durban and District Gala. You can catch all of the action on the SuperSport Schools app or catch up on any galas that you might have missed. Let's keep the inspiration rolling. It's time for our weekly wave. Lock in for this one if you want to slice seconds off your swims.
Hi, I'm Laura van die Kerk, and for this weekly wave, I'm going to show you 3 of my favorite stretches for swimmers. So the first stretch is getting your hip flexors loose, so just one leg in front, one leg at the back, and then you just lean into it. I like to hold it for 3 seconds and then I release a bit, and then I try go further with each one after that. Just like that, and your hip flexors will be loose. For the second stretch, you would want to hold on to something and just get your leg, hold your foot, pull your heel to your bum and just stretch those quads out. Also holding for 3 seconds, release a bit, and then you go again. And for the last stretch, being a swimmer, we use our lats a lot. So the third stretch is just grabbing onto a pole and then just locking your arm and leaning into it, feeling the stretch here on the side of your arm. And again, holding for 3 seconds, release and go again. And that's my weekly wave for swimming on 216.
What a great tip, and I hope you try that one out next time you're in the water. Well, that's it for tonight's episode of Swimming on 216 right here on SuperSport Schools. I'll see you again next week Sunday at 7 p.m. for more school swimming action and inspiration. Until then, work hard and just keep swimming.